This video is to be used for educational purposes only and is not intended to replace individual research or licensed investment advice. Unique experiences and past performance does not guarantee future results. Trading stocks, options, and spot currencies involves substantial risk, and there's always the potential for loss. Your trading results may vary. No representations are being made that any software or training will guarantee profits or not result in losses from trading. This is the Premier Trade Market Wrap.
This is the Market Wrap on a Monday. Jack Lott here on the James Dix Financial Network. Nationwide, gasoline prices rose about 5 cents over the past 2 weeks. According to the Lundberg survey, the average price of regular unleaded gasoline was $2.80 on Friday. The national average for mid-grade was $2.92 a gallon. Premium, $3.03 a gallon. Microsoft agreed to observe key parts of a 2004 antitrust ruling held by a appeals court last month, cutting royalties for rivals and handing information over to open source developers. Investment bank Bear Stearns and Chinese bank CITIC Securities said that they will form a strategic partnership that includes $1 billion in cross investments and the creation of a new Asian joint venture. Toyota said it sold 2.34 million vehicles globally in July and the September quarter, fewer than General Motors' tally, as its U.S. rival regained the lead in the race to be the world's top automaker. In Forex news today, the U.S. dollar fell to a 6-week low versus the Japanese yen as investors continue to shun equities as a meeting of leading industrialized nations failed to rally support for the dollar. Over the weekend, the G7 leading industrialized nations called for China to accelerate the pace of the yuan's appreciation, but didn't make mention of recent dollar weakness. The G7 statement does not mention the weak dollar or the strong euro, dashing the hopes held by some in Europe that the group would say something to stop the slide of the dollar against the euro. Risk aversion was also a theme for after Friday's loss on U.S. stock markets carried over to the Asian and European markets today, with declines in stock markets in Tokyo, Hong Kong, London, and in Frankfurt. Interest rate expectations added to the dollar's problems. Lower rates bite into the returns on dollar-denominated assets and are therefore usually negative for the currency. Fed funds futures were pricing in a chance of about a 90% for a quarter-point cut at the Fed's next policy meeting, October 30th and 31st, but today the implied chance is only about 35%. Scheduled economic reports coming out tomorrow. Retail chain index for the week of October 20th. In earnings news today, Merck & Company posting a 62% increase in its third quarter profit as the drug maker's revenues increased by double digits, while lower administration and overhead costs offset more spending on research and development. Hasbro, the nation's second largest toy maker, said its third quarter profit also climbed 62% on higher sales, led by its Transformers and Marvel brands and a favorable tax adjustment. And Halliburton Company continues to benefit from placing greater emphasis on its operations in the Eastern Hemisphere, where expanding business helped the company post a 19% increase in third quarter earnings. Scheduled earnings coming out on Tuesday include Lockheed Martin, BP plc, Amazon.com, Juniper Networks, New York Times, 1-800-Flowers, Bank United, JetBlue Airways, Level 3 Communications, Raymond James Financial, as well as UAL Corp. Stocks in the news today. Vonage Holdings disclosed that it's being sued by AT&T for alleged patent infringements. Walmart said it was pulling animal toy sets from its shelves after discovering that they contained excessive levels of lead. And MoneyGram International traded lower after Fitch Ratings downgraded its long-term issuer default rating and senior unsecured revolving credit line. Markets trading a bit higher at the end of the day. I'm Jack Lott. This is the Market Wrap on the James Dix Financial Network.